before.
I'm turning my camera off, but I'm playing.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Oh, my push to talk's not working anymore. What the Testing.
Hello.
Yeah, that was weird. My microphone's over here, but I'm facing this way for the camera. I could probably find a way to put my microphone more towards me. Is this fine or not?
It's kind of soft, but it sounds fine. Aylin, are we waiting for Chicken Sleep or whatever her name is?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of a quality, funny one. Now that you gave me the formula, but I almost did it again, but I caught myself.
It's okay. I'll just get doxxed and we'll just get it out of the way.
Aylin, you might want to start randing.
I refuse.
I have randed.
Oh, okay.
Alright, how about this? How's this?
Wait, we have 15 in the Zoom. Okay, 5 is playing. Chicken Sleeps out. Let's go.
All right.
Hold on. Is this
wait,
fine?
Rich is not in. Is Rich playing? Rich, you should play
No,
it.
Rich. Well, okay, but there's too many spots then.
Is it?
We have...
That's better, Lexi.
There's 13 people in the... There's 15 in the Zoom.
Okay, hold up. Someone dropped out then.
There's exactly 15 right now. Hi,
One
Robert.
drop, should I?
1 second. Who am I? Zhuangzug, Joey, Caltrol, Rick, Robic, Challenger, Peg, Benji, Ben, Douglas, Lexi, Rick, 5. That's 13.
Yes, I think that's 13. Rich, are you down to play?
Sure, why not? I'll play.
Let's go. You might
I
even...
just posted in chat.
Okay, we're just adding a townsperson then.
Wait,
Okay.
what are you adding a townsperson to? Is it 14?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
No, but who... Okay, Zwangswood, Grobik, Rick, PEG, Mafia Sided, Rich, Lexicat, Joey, Douglas, Challenger.
So what you're saying is that I'll be confirmed town because you're adding a townsperson?
Like, Aylin, besides me and you, there's exactly 15 people, like, exactly 13 people in the call. Just check the participant list.
Okay, sorry. Let's just do this. Zhuangzug, Joey, Caltrol, Rick, Robic, Challenger, Peg, Benji, Ben, right? Douglas, Lexicat, Rick.
Said Rick twice.
Amazing. All right.
If you're playing,
Thank
just
you.
turn your...
I thought you did the first time around, but then I thought maybe you said Rich, so I just didn't.
Yeah, if you're
no.
playing, just turn your camera on so Aylin can do a roll call.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
And
All
we should
good.
turn our cameras off. There we go.
All right. So I think we should just get started.
Yep.
So if everyone could turn their cameras off, I'm going to start messaging you your roles and you can start the game. Good luck.
Yep.
Have fun.
Widescreen, re.
There is nothing that they can do to protect us. to pieces, turn their feet around, they will leave defeated. They will crumble at the sight of our legion. If you want the crown, then you've got to break them down. Break them.
Break them down.
There is nothing that they can do to protect a king and his fool. Caught in the fire, watch it burn. Ash to ash, now it's our turn. Take their kingdom down and smash it to pieces. Turn their feet around, they will leave defeated. They will crumble at the sight of our legion. If you want the crown, then you've got to break them down. Break them.
Break them down.
Life.
Alright.
So I think that, I mean, it could really be anyone, but it's clearly someone that heard me say, like, I'm going to axe Douglas, because that's what I fucking said. And now, I mean, I don't know who was not in the Zoom or who was in the Zoom, but
I told the Mafia team that if you don't axe Joey Night Zero, you're throwing. So Joey's probably Mafia.
it's very possible, actually.
I heard the.
What kind of response is that?
That's one of the worst responses I've seen you give to being called out as Mafia in like a long time.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I would. Yeah.
I don't like Rich's approach because I think the this player is really important, go after them before the game is, just a dumb joke that should stay before the game, and I don't think it has a lot of purpose.
Actually,
Yo,
I
bitch, you
have
just
a
called
better
me dumb.
idea. I have a better idea. Let's ignore Joey and let's execute that. That was a terrible,
Who's
terrible.
that?
No, that was great. She flamed Rich.
No,
On my
that
behalf.
wasn't.
I thought it was great.
That's what we call
I mean,
a
I don't town read it or
chainsaw.
anything.
That was
but I
that
thought it
was
great.
that I'm like
Are you saying you want to
5%
kill
certain.
Zwang?
Could you elaborate on that, Lexi? What was bad about it?
It's I mean, well, look at the motivations for doing it. If Joey's town and they're scum, then they're basically trying to pocket Joey and get them for later. And if Joey's scum, it's just a chainsaw defense stepping in the way of what
I
looks
just
like a
heavily
train,
disagree with
basically.
what
You know,
you're
that's a
saying.
good point. Joey's pretty easy to pocket.
You can't fit in anyone's pocket. Too fat.
Mm,
I disagree
Too
with you.
fat.
No, who is
to add on to
vulnerable
what-
to being pocketed?
Peg,
Right on
what do
to
you
what
think
Lexi-
about this game so far, Peg?
Right now, I like where Lexi's going a lot with how she's talking about things. I don't think Zhuangzi has like none. It didn't mean anything to me. So like that's mostly just it.
There are people, I think both Lexi and Zwang are down, so
I think Robix had a bad start to this game.
I agree with that.
I think you suck at this game, so it doesn't matter.
I think Benji's my top scum.
Could be.
So to add on to what Lexi said about Zwang, it's a comment. Like the comment that she made is one of those like I want to fit into what's going on and the like what's being discussed and not actually give any real like reads per se. And my reads are the Lexi's town.
Ben, where are you at?
I'm trying to figure out how this thing works right now, and
Do you have it in gallery view on the top right? Click gallery view so you can see everyone.
oh, that's so much better.
There you go.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh my god.
Is this
Joey is so
Lexi
town for
situation
helping
version 2.0? Also, if
Joey might actually be
if Zwang is Mafia, Joey deflected hard off of her by like asking Peg about the situation and whatever was going on.
Confirmed. Everybody note that one down too. Robix on roll.
Joey and Peg are Mafia, and Joey doesn't want Peg.
I like Robert.
Oh, what? Do you just suggest that Joey was Mafia right now?
No,
With Peg.
Lexi, I feel like you're going to get a.
Is that 1 minute or in a day?
Don't
That's 1
think
minute.
you-
Lexi's killing everybody. Cat troll, dude, you look really fucking confused. What's going on in your head?
No, I'm because
Yeah,
like
I didn't have the.
I'm nominating Douglas, and Douglas is nominating himself.
I'm nominating Robic.
How do you know that
Same.
Douglas is nominating himself?
Because I just said it. I speak like
He's
my
trying
will
to
is.
tell him to do it.
just, Yeah, we're also lynching Mafia today. It's gonna be great.
Why would he nominate himself? Or
He can
Because he
speak.
wants
He's,
to be
he's
able to
axed, so he'll be able to speak today during the nomination.
okay,
Circumvents the axe so that the person can speak today.
I
Can be
wanna-
comp with the red
I
check
wanna
on somebody.
I want to lynch Swing. Execute, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't think Swang's thing was so scummy, but her reaction to it afterwards and her confused look on her face,
Benji,
since
what
people
did
have been calling her scum, is really
confused
scummy.
because I can't tell
Benji,
why
what did you
can't
think
Joey
of
be
the
Mafia?
correct
I thought he was trying to like poke Peg to talk because
I
Peg-
actually did think what you said was
Not
towning
good.
after I called you out.
Your time's up. Douglas, please turn on your camera. Anybody who's on the screen is up for nomination, and anybody who wants to vote has to vote at one of these 13 people. Please get your votes to Shakespeare on Discord. And then we'll do a roll call as soon as I have all of them. Just missing a few votes. One more vote, I think, and then we're good to go. Ben, if you're on Discord, just message me your vote. I think your vote is the one I'm missing. There we go. If you're voting at Robic, please put your hand to the camera. That is 2 votes on Robic. Robic is nominated. If you're voting at Koutro, please put your hand to the camera. That's just 1. If you're voting at Benji, please put your hand to the camera. Just 1. If you're voting at Joey, please put your hand to the camera. Hands up high for Challenger. 1. If you're voting at Rich, same exercise. 2 on Rich. Rich gets nominated. If you're voting at 5, hands up to the camera. Zwanzuk. 2, 3. Zwanzuk gets nominated. Rick. 1. Lexicat. Peg. Ben. Douglas. Just 1. If you just turned off your camera, please turn it back on just for posterity. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Aileen, who are the nominated people?
I think I missed Joe when you said Joey because I voted at Joey.
If you're voting at Joey, please put your hand to the camera. 1. So if you got 2 or more votes, please keep your camera on. Otherwise, turn off your camera. These would be your nominated people.
Yep.
I think it was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any one of you 4 fine people. Hi, Lexi. Oh, was Lexi nominated?
No.
Okay, between these 3 people, please give defenses.
All right, I can start. That way Rich can address some of my points. I think it's kind of weird that the people who have played with me the most are voting on me because like that's like super weird. They should know better than to think that I'm Mafia here. I think based off of my experience last game, I think it's more likely that Douglas is Mafia than Town because last time there was a situation where the Axe asked the Mafia that they didn't self-vote so that they didn't have to talk for another day. So I think that's scummy. I guess it's important to note Benji's vote, whether he ends up voting on me or not. Out of the 2 people, I think we should vote Zwang, but I don't see any reason why, unless Rich gives some like stellar explanation for why he thinks I'm Mafia, like his vote on me is super suspicious. Thank you.
Yeah, I felt like Robic was playing his standard Mafia game of not talking. And then when someone calls him out, insulting that person. I think that's just Robic's Mafia game. I claimed Hunter. So I saw Benji nominate me as someone else. I think that's really weird. We're not lynching a PR here, so it's one of these 2. I don't really have a good grasp on the game right now, so I can't really help with that. So good luck.
The reason that I was suspicious of Rich earlier was what I said, that, I thought him bringing up a joke from before the game was not helpful in a limited time frame. And then someone said Joey, poking Peg to talk was, of deflection. And when you have to poke someone to talk that's not giving their opinions, that could be good. Or that could be someone poking their Mafia buddy, hey, contribute so no one starts suspecting you. So that was my possible interpretation of the situation. But otherwise, I don't know what's going on. And I obviously have no history with any of you, so I'm not going to take that into account.
Okay. You have to vote between these 3 people. Please PM your votes on Discord, that's Shakespeare. And then once you vote, turn on your camera again so we can do one more vote visually. Okay, just waiting on a few more people to vote. Waiting on 1, I think. If you voted, please turn on your camera again.
Lexi ran to the bathroom, I think.
Did she? Let's see if she got her vote in. She did. Okay, I will do the Lexi vote. Who's voting at Robic? Please put your hands to the camera. That is a metric fuck ton of people. If you're voting at Rich, please put your hand to the camera. And if you're voting at Zvangzuk, please put your hand to the camera. Ooh, Lexi was voting at Zvangzuk and made it known. Rich,
Sorry, I had to
excuse
run to
me.
vomit in the bathroom, so I apologize.
I am so sorry for you. So, Robic dies, correct? And Robic reveals to be?
Not Mafia.
Please go back to sleep, my dear friends.
Also, Lexi, if you need some more time, you should take it.
I'll be fine.
You got me burning up. You take me harder. You got me burning up. You take me harder. You got me burning up. 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 You got me burning up.
Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night. I live every day as if it's your last. All memories been bright like.
All right, this round, no one died. However, Rick may not vote at the end of the day. And you have 3 minutes.
Okay, I'd
All right,
like to say a couple things.
I'm Doctor. Give me a second. I'm
Okay.
Doctor. I saved myself last night. This very much makes me think Rich was the Mafia of the three. I very much went after him there with my vote. It was out of the blue. I think he wanted to target me because.
Are you beaming or it's just like?
Who claimed Cupid?
I'm Doctor.
I would like to. I would like to say something. So the reason I didn't vote on myself is because I know I'm I'm town, and so given that I know that I'm town, yes,
Was
people.
that,
people
was
can
that a slip that I'm Mafia?
It was not. If you kill me, you'll see I'm town, and that's a waste of time. People misspeak. It's whatever. But
Douglas, why you gotta vote on me
No.
every single day, dude? Like
I
5
voted
days
at
in a
you.
row.
I voted at you for two reasons. One, you spoke a lot less than you usually do.
Wait, who got axed again?
And
Rick
two, I was
lost the
at,
vote.
Five. I think that's a
Then
serious
we should
slip.
probably pause because not everyone is here.
Oh yeah, we're missing Lexi.
We should keep talking, and when she comes back,
Okay.
we'll just give you one more minute.
I just want to. I
questions.
just want to talk for a minute. I think between the nominations yesterday, I think Zhang Zhang was a Mafia. She was really nervous. I think Five and Joey are definite lynches today for lynching Robic over
I
like
disagree 100%.
an easy kill on Zhang Zhang.
Robic gave terrible. He gave terrible.
No, don't tell, dude. I played too much with you,
terrible
Robic, for you to
reactions,
tell me.
and the best reason for voting on Robic, in my opinion, was because he voted to nominate Challenger the Cupid. So Robic not paying attention.
So I wasn't paying attention. I'm town. I just asked who the Cupid was.
Well, you're an idiot, so it makes sense for you. But maybe Robic's.
I think Rich
Here
should
are
all
two things.
here.
Here are two things though. One, someone up there was
I think
definitely
he's
Mafia because too many people were on one person for that not to be the case. The votes were not.
I agree with that.
Get the real medic out because I don't believe Benji is down here.
Wait, Rich, you are really the hunter, right? You're still claiming
Yes.
Hunter? Okay,
I'm
so
still
we're not really
claiming.
looking at Rich today. He could be.
Why did you claim it like such an idiot? Like, why did you claim it like that? You just make people doubt you.
He claimed it on day one, dude.
No,
I asked
if
him.
nobody's gonna claim Hunter, I guess I'll claim Hunter.
I asked him, and I asked, "Is that a real claim?" Even on day one, and he said yes. I mean, that's a real claim.
Control you.
Caltrol,
Play
where
stupid
you at
games,
right
win
now?
stupid
You still have, like,
prizes.
that confused
I'm pretty sure it's either Rich or
I also think that
Rank
Five's
dog or
pretty
Mafia
Mafia too,
there.
because like not trying this game, which is weird.
I'm trying.
Do we read anything into the fact that, assuming Benji is telling the truth, that the Hunter claim wasn't targeted? Because I feel like it would be good for the Mafia to get the Hunter out of the way early when they have a good chance of Miss Brutalin.
No, the Mafia never puts KP on the Hunter because I know who the Mafia are right now, and I will just shoot the Mafia.
Our Hunter knows who the Mafia are, so we're good.
No, I think the Mafia would initially try to target the police so that they don't. give it-
Challenger, did you use your check yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
That is such a towny comment.
I think I mean if
I'm
Cop
pretty
has a
sure
red
Joe's
check,
Mafia.
for sure out. Okay, that's fine.
I think
if Cop has a red
Joe's
check, I think
Mafia,
you should for
I
sure
think
out.
it's
Please
like-
don't hold it.
I
Agree
think
with
there's definitely a wolf between Rich and Zwangzug after how many votes were on.
Yes, it's Zwangzug. It's not Rich.
It's got to be one of them.
You're still on that, Benji.
Like,
one of them.
y'all vote for someone. I don't know. I mean, I've been sick, so
Rich
I'm
claimed special. Was I supposed to? I'm not a hunter. So what should I do in that?
But no, the
No,
point
we're
is
not-
that there were what like 9 votes on one person. That's like that's weird. If someone up there wasn't Mafia.
I'm also confused.
Yeah, we're not saying
If one of them claims special and no one has time to rebut, I don't
Hey, this is my point of view. Swang. All right? There's three people nominated. One of them claims special, so nobody's voting on
Who
him.
voted for Zugzwang?
Really towny, in my opinion. I'm a town. I thought he was really towny, and he got all of the votes. I
Okay,
make
well,
I
maybe
find it
it's
weird
really hard
that
to
Zwangzug
explain.
would put KP on me. I think Rich puts KP on me every time.
I think Rick is very Mafia at this point.
I also agree with that.
For the record,
Caltrol,
I
where
think
you at?
It's Five and Joey.
Could be axed and could have axed me. He would do that.
Caltrol, where are you at right now?
I just like this miscommunication. Benji does not understand that I am the town hunter, and I don't know why.
You
It's
could
really weird.
No, you could have
Because
been
you troll
brief.
claimed it. If you troll claim it, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's more likely that Benji is Mafia who saw the doctor and didn't pick doctor than the Rich is not the hunter.
That's like super unlikely though.
We know nobody
It's
died.
not likely.
There's a
So
Mafia
unless
speaking right now, not letting any other
Benji is
person
a
speak.
Mafia,
Let Caltrol
I have to-
speak.
Mafia who saw a doctor and they got.
No, dude. I'm just saying Rich is real. Let's stop talking about Rich being fake on day 2.
Can we kill Rick? Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
can we
please.
kill? Hold on.
I'd
He's
rather
thinking
kill
about the
Can
game.
we kill Zwang, please?
I don't want to kill Rick. I like Rick right now.
Caltrol,
Because
okay,
like,
now-
hold on. Yesterday, I just went all on Robic, and sure, I missed some stuff. I've been sick, but more importantly, the stuff that Zwang did yesterday remains true. Remains.
Can we, sorry, can we hear
I
like 10
think, the
seconds from the
fact
three
that-
people
the
that can we
fact
hear
that
10
Rick-
seconds from like Catrol, Ben, Fortress, and Peg that haven't talked all game?
I still think
Uh,
Swing is probably most likely scum out of the 3. I didn't think Robic said was super scummy. I think Rick and Rick are completely on the right track.
Okay, next.
Rich, I feel, is
Catrol.
Yeah, I found it very
Sorry.
weird that like Zwangzug got a lot of pressure during the day, and like the first day, like a lot of people were saying that that Zwangzug is bad, but like during the vote phase, there weren't that many votes, so I think that's pretty fishy.
Okay, Ben, quick.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm I spent most of the game trying to figure out like people's faces, and this is. I think Rich's Hunter claim is validated by the fact that no one else has claimed Hunter, and it was weird, but like I perfectly well believe that he's Hunter because I think it's a reasonable time for anyone.
You're already better at this game than Benji.
Yeah, we have like no time. I can't vote. Please nominate Joey, 5, and Zwing Zung. Go vote.
Time's up. Zvangzuk, please turn your camera back on. I don't know what happened there. Yes, that's fine. Please get your votes to Shakespeare on Discord. And once I have all the votes, we can proceed to kill somebody. Everybody but Rick, I think, can't vote. Can vote, excuse me. I think I'm missing one. Okay, there we go. That's all the votes. If you're voting at Caltro, please put your hand to the camera. 1. If you're voting at Douglas, please put your hand to the camera. 1. If you haven't muted, now's the time to mute, by the way. If you're voting at Rich, same exercise. How about Benji? Challenger? Rick? Peg? Ben? Lexi? 5. That's 3 on 5. 5 gets nominated. Zvangzuk. Zvangzuk also gets nominated by 4 or 5 people. And if you're voting at Joey, please put your hand to the camera. Again, one more time for Joey. Okay, it's just 5 and Zvangzuk. Everybody else turn off your cameras. And it's time for these 2 wonderful people to give defensives. If you can decide who wants to start, then Aylin will tell you who starts.
I can start. Okay, first of all, if we're going by, too many people voting for me makes me unlikely to be Mafia, I think the ease at which I was nominated is a good indication of that. I nominated Caltwell because he hadn't really said anything, and when he was prodded to participate, all he had was a sort of half-hearted attack on me, which I know is bunk. And I think Rick, with a K, is thinking about the game well because he's considering alternate situations where Benji could have been, thief knew the doctor was a safe claim. So I don't really know what it is. I don't know the, night kill situation, but I like Rick's analysis and willingness to consider alternative points of view.
Wang is town, so we're just in a lose-lose situation in general. I won't speak more on that, but you guys are pretty bad for nominating her if you actually are listening to her. I think there is one between Rick and Joey solely because of how Rick is going after Joey and I, for terrible logic of why he thinks we voted on Robic. When I stated specifically, I think Swing is town, the other person claimed PR, so I'm not going to vote on anyone else besides him. Now, Joey going after me is also interesting, and I think that's why there's one between those two. You'll see that I'm 10 after this, so I mean, that's if I die, but I assume Zwing's going to die, unfortunately. I think, what's his name? Douglas, I'm pretty sure he actually did slip. I'm a bit disappointed in Benji that he didn't vote him up. I'd also be cautious of Rich, solely because I think there is a chance he will thief Mafia Hunter. The only reason I say that is, what's his name? Ben Fortress said he's perfectly makes sense for why he claimed Hunter. He's like super validated that multiple times. And I think that is more like, he's a potential partner that is like selling the claim just by overstating it a bunch. I think Lexi's probably town. I feel like this is a different way of pushing from her than I've seen in her Mafia game, so I'm gonna probably think she's town from that. I'd kill like Peg one between Rick and Joey, maybe Ben Fortress, and see how Rich goes. That's all.
Okay, you can only vote between 5 and Zvangzuk. Please get your votes to Shakespeare on Discord. And turn back your cameras. Aylin?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we remember that Rick cannot vote.
Yes.
Cool.
I've been keeping track of that. Zvangzuk, in technicality, you have to vote, yes. If you're voting at 5, please put your hand to the camera. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 5. And if you're voting at Zvangzuk, please put your hand to the camera. That is also 5 somehow.
Benji abstain? Benji,
did you abstain? I'm confused.
I abstained, yes.
You have to announce that with voice. but it's fine. Benji and Rick cannot vote. We vote 2 more times. If the vote ties 2 more times.
So Benji is forced to abstain again?
Yes, Benji has to abstain again. Please get your second execution votes to me, and then we can do this exercise again. There are 10 people with votes. And Benji, as a reminder, you cannot abstain again until the end of the game. Waiting on 1. Okay, if you're voting at 5, please put your hand to the camera. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're voting at Zvangzuk, please put your hand to the camera. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zvangzuk dies and Zvangzuk reveals to be...
not Mafia.
Everybody please go back to sleep.
As I fell to the ocean floor, fading light through an open door, I saw myself rise with the water. And they thought they could keep me down, hold their breath and watch me drown, but all they did was push me higher. We don't care what they say, we will be here all day, we'll stay until it's over. Till the world's out of sight, we will stand, we will fight, it's not over till it's over. Through the nights in the rain, through the time and the pain, this time we'll never fall. And then at the end of it all, we will win, we will chant, it's not over.
All right, last night was very eventful, unfortunately. I'm sorry to announce that Lexi dies. Lexi was not Mafia. Rich also dies. Rich was also not Mafia. And Rich gets to kill someone.
I'm gonna go with Joey here.
Joey dies. Joey was Mafia. Congratulations, and you have 4 minutes for the day.
So I would
Good
like to
shit,
point
Rich.
out that I said I thought Joey was bad first thing yesterday.
So wait,
there
there are eight of
Five
us. No, there are eight of us. I'm Cupid, Benji is doctor. So out of the 6 of you, 3
Yes,
of
sorry, one more thing. I'm sorry. And this round, Peg may not speak. So if you could please turn off your camera.
Thank you.
Somebody switched their vote last night, right?
Lexi switched it. Lexi switched it. She died. She's down. It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was Rich.
It was Lexi.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure Joey being confirmed Mafia confirms me as town. So we did.
Yeah.
I don't think so at all, man.
I
He
think it's
nominated
really
you.
likely he's
He
down. I
nominated
also think that it was weird that Rick's hand was axed, and the first round, Rick also said that he would point at Douglas or Douglas.
Well, they actually do play that meta for the record.
Oh, I know, but like we haven't seen a vote from Rick for the
Yeah.
entire game. Is my
I
point.
don't think the police is alive.
Well, I nominated Douglas. I nominated
I know,
Douglas.
but like that's a
And I voted in the first lynch. I didn't vote on Robic, or I voted
I
on.
know, I know, but you
Gangzone.
didn't vote to put somebody on the stand. Is what I'm saying, right? Like you didn't make.
But do you not think that I essentially did by telling you the
No,
three
I'm
people?
saying that that's a way of hiding your vote, right? Like if you're, let's say that you're the Mafia.
It's
let's
not
say-
hiding my vote. I was very vocal about where I stand in the game.
But it's a perfectly reasonable way to hide it. You can leave that to Cupid. Cupid is the only one who should vote at the person who's axed on day one.
Oh, I understand. I
Wait, we
understand.
have
for the-
lovers alive. We have a lovers alive. If you're town, you claim here.
No, lovers just died.
No, Lovers just died.
Oh, that's why there's 2 KP in the night.
Okay, can
So-
I speak? Because
My bad,
everyone
my
was
bad.
nominating the day. Rick, your mic is a bit loud. So we have Challengers town, Benji's town. You should have me as town. This leaves 4 people live. We have maximum 3 Mafia left.
And you're saying I'm not town?
Yeah.
I think
I for sure think 5 is bad.
Yeah, I think you're bad, so I don't care what you think.
You should. I nominated Joey day 1.
Objectively speaking, outside of the game,
Joey
for the
pushed on
interaction,
5 and voted on him twice.
5 for my interactions with Joey and your interactions with Joey, the nomination. Which one is more town? Who becomes more town? Objectively speaking, me a lot, but than you.
Me for sure. I voted.
No, but that doesn't help at all. I mean, Joey could have been prostitute. So even if you are Mafia, you wouldn't have known that he's the prostitute. So none of your votes on.
Yo,
or-
Doug and 5 can both be town. Why are you
Also,
attacking
remember,
5?
Peg is still in the
Because
game.
so the reason that I think 5 is bad is he seemed very, very, very confident that the person on the stand with him was good and that she was going to be the one to die. And if you're confident the person
That's why I abstained.
if you're confident the person next to you is going to die and that they are and you're very confident they're town, it's a really good way to make yourself look good when they die and it turns out they're
I
town.
also was
because you
hard
didn't
defending
want
her
them
the
up.
entire day phase with day 1 and 2. So your logic is just trash.
Yeah, what if
So
he just
get
thinks
outta
she's
here with
town? What is he
That's-
supposed to
that's
do?
fair. But I mean, I'm giving you asked me why I think that.
Yeah, but that's
I
not a
just
good
gave
reason,
my
and I
opinion.
just
And
explained
for
why,
the
so
record,
moving
5,
on
at
from
no point have I said anything personally negative about you. I'm just explaining what I heard that made me feel like you might be bad. On top of that, the vote was very.
We need to hear from Ben and Caltrol.
We do. Really quick. Ben, what's up, man?
Yeah, so I assume the policeman's dead, the hunter's dead, but we do have the 2 confirmed people, and there's a whole lot of people fighting, which team alignments, and it's very confusing that there's actually 2 people left still on the same team. I don't know, but given this whole fight, I'll probably vote at one of Douglas and
I think
5.
there's only 2.
I have.
I mean, 2 Mafia that know each other.
I think that makes Ben lock Mafia for trying to say that Douglas or 5 are Mafia for that fight. I think it's very talenty for them to fight each other here.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they do that. I don't know anyone.
I
Town
think
or
that,
town
I
fight,
said
Milo,
from
it's
the beginning of this turn, I think Rick looks sketchy because of the whole the first turn nominating Douglas, second turn axe hand. That is my read. I don't know.
But you could also have axed him to make it look that way and set yourself
Sure,
up.
sure.
There are 2 Mafia right now. If I had to guess, it's Caltrol and Ben.
Time's up. Please turn on your camera if you were axed. No, turn it on. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Anybody who has the camera on is up for nomination. And I think PEG or PEG cannot vote. So get your votes to Shakespeare on Discord and let's get somebody killed.
I think Peg can't speak.
Oh, Peg can't speak. My bad. So Peg, you can vote. Just missing a few votes. A couple. 1, 0. Okay, let's go. If you're voting at Challenger, please put your hand to the camera. If you're voting at Benji. How about Douglas? Any hands up for Douglas? 1. How about 5? Ben? 2 on 5. How many on Ben? 2 on Ben. Rick? 2 on Rick. Peg? That's 1. And Kautro? Okay, 5 Ben and Rick. Keep your cameras on. Everybody else turn off your cameras. Doug, camera. Doug, camera. Thank you.
So I completely forgot someone was axed in general. That's why I nominated Peg so we could hear him speak. I do think both Rick and Ben voting on me here even more confirms that I'm town, solely because there's almost always a Mafia between those two, just based on how things go, unless you think Peg and, what's his name, Caltrol are Mafia. So, besides that point, me hard defending Zwang, I think that's her name, that's just because I have a town read. I vocalize why I have a town read. I think that's a bad reason to scum read me. That's specifically Douglas. Now, Rick is more of like, he's trying to gain credit for saying, oh, I'm pushing on Joey. I don't know if he actually nominated Joey day one or not. I don't remember, but I know he was axed, not voted, so that's like not something he could vocalize. So Joey going after me and voting on me instead of the other person is also just like a heavily Mafia indicative thing. And he kept his vote on me the second time. So if you think Joey and I are Mafia together, he would have swapped his vote after he saw a tie vote. Now, Ben, I think he is Mafia. He's not really stating anything that important. He's more just saying like, sort of like I said with the Hunter thing here, is like, this guy is definitely Hunter. He's just reiterating confirmed points. I don't have too much to go off of on Rick other than that, but that's where I'm at right now. I am town.
I'll go next. I don't really care about Joey's vote on you. Joey would bust in that situation. It would be more scummy for him to change his vote because he's not one of the confirmed towns. Plus, busting in this setup is just really good. There's a lot of Mafia. There's still 3 Mafia left alive. So, I mean, it would be great if he had bust you and he was still alive today and you'd flip Mafia. So I don't read anything into that. Play day 1, like you were just too quiet day 1 and day 2. You didn't read Robic Town. I don't forgive you for that. Day 2, there's a lot of nonsense going on, pushing on Rich. You were just too quiet to let the game go in that bad of a direction if you were town. Yeah, I just don't like you this game. I'm not bad. I was hard against, kind of put you and Joey in the same boat yesterday. Him voting on you just doesn't change anything from that. From my point of view, I guess it's egotistical, but I was right on both of you, so you started busting to throw me off. Yeah, I don't care. You're Mafia. Ben could very well be with you. So what 5 said about Caltrol and Peg have to be Mafia, if that's not true, because 5 could be with Caltrol or 5 could be with Peg. They don't have to be together. That's probably the world. Actually, I don't really know. Peg is obviously town. I think, like, I was reading him that way day 1. He got an axe. I didn't even know he's in the game, but I'm just not considering him anything but town right now. So Caltrol, Ben, 5. Kill one of those. Let's go 5. I'm done speaking. Don't kill me. I'm town. Thank you.
So first, this is my first game playing with almost everyone here. I played with Challenger every week, and I don't know anyone else. So I've been spending the majority of the game trying to gain reads on people, trying to figure out like people's names are, and I have like nothing to say about who I, noticed this person voted for this person, because frankly, I didn't notice votes by name until like this round. Out of the 2 of you, it's like Rick's his vote was axed, right? So probably you wouldn't axe your own vote or your fellow Mafia's vote, so I'm more likely to vote at 5. I don't think like getting mad at me for saying one of 5 and Douglas could be Mafia is really productive. I mean, it's 2 people who I've never played with. Maybe they do that all the time. I don't know, but like 2 people start blaming each other for being Mafia, and there's only like 6 people in the game that are not confirmed. So like high chance one of them's Mafia. 5 is nominated. Douglas was axed once, so it's fine. I'm gonna vote at 5.
Okay. You can only vote between these 3 people. Please get your votes to Shakespeare on Discord. And if you voted, please turn on your cameras again so we know that you have exercised your rights. Just missing 1. There we go. If you're voting at 5, please put your hand to the camera. That's 2 on 5. If you're voting at Ben, please put your hand to the camera. That is 5 on Ben. If you're voting at Rick, please put your hand to the camera. That's 1 on Rick. Ben gets majority and dies and reveals to be
Mafia.
Congratulations.
And the alien has been activated.
Even more congratulations. Please go back to sleep, dear town.
We don't care what they say, we will be here all day. We'll stay here till it's over. Till the world's out of sight, we will stand, we'll fight. It's not over till it's over. As I fell to the ocean floor, fading light through an open door, saw myself rise with the water. And they thought they could keep me down, hold that breath and watch me drown, but all they
I am sorry to announce that Challenger has died. Challenger was not Mafia. You can all speak and vote, and you have 4 minutes for today.
Okay, so I think 5's good now.
I actually think 5 could be alien easily, so I'm not.
Sure.
He's not Mafia.
I don't think he's Mafia.
I'm confirmed not Mafia, essentially.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, 5 is almost certainly.
I feel like
Not
I also
Wait, can Town win this game?
because
We
well,
should.
yeah, there's only 2 Mafia left.
I don't think Town can win because there's 2 Mafia and an alien, right?
Yeah, but all we have to, if we hit, I mean, they don't know who the alien is, and they
We have to lich the bomb and have the bomb hit the alien.
We
Yeah,
also
that's
don't
the
know
only
if
way
the
we can win.
prostitute is around. If the prostitute is still around, then it's very possible that the prostitute will stop a Mafia kill.
There's most likely no axe left. right?
Wait, isn't the
So-
pro?
Yeah, there's no.
I thought the prostitute was a Mafia role. What?
It is, but they don't know who the other Mafia are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nor do the Mafia know who they are. So we
So-
have a lot of ways to potentially win.
I'm not saying it's a lot, but we'll see.
I'd say it's close to
Because I'm always getting bombed, right? I'm always getting bombed here because I'm the confirmed town.
No, because they want to. Do they want to hit the alien?
No, 'cause
they
they can tie with the alien.
because they can always kill the alien at night too.
Maybe. I still think it's Caltrol, Peg, and the game, or Rick. It's Caltrol, Peg, or Rick. I think Caltrol is the most likely Mafia here.
Why am
thought
I the
Rick's
most
formal
likely?
was- I just didn't like what you said yesterday. I thought what you said yesterday was against the confirmed town. I thought you were trying to push an agenda that wasn't something that was obvious. I thought Ben Fortress was the obvious Mafia. I thought we were always killing him. And you weren't with that. And
So
I was wondering.
I've never played with anyone here before. I didn't get a Mafia read from Ben. That's my perspective.
And by the way, Ben Fortress was obviously Mafia when he goes killing Doug or is a good idea because they were obviously town or they were not Mafia trying to kill each other. That was obvious. If anyone ever says that, you lynch them right away. That was my point.
Wait, sorry, I missed that. Ben said what?
Ben Fortress
said
said
to kill
Doug
me
or
for
5 are Mafia for fighting, which is
Peg,
always
where are
not
you
true.
at? Sorry, I want to talk to Peg now.
As Benji just said, Ben was really obvious Mafia. Like his defense was just garbage. He was like very scared and
You voted
yeah,
for
very
him, right?
scared.
Okay, but there were two other people who voted.
Who were the two votes on 5?
The guy we just killed and someone.
Challenger?
Challenger,
Was it Challenger?
Challenger voted.
Did you just say the guy we just killed?
Yeah, the guy we just lynched.
Oh,
yeah, he said
okay.
the guy. Yeah, Ben.
We did kill him.
That's fair. I was
I can
thinking.
see how that. Anyway,
see, people misspeak. It happens.
that's a different type of misspeak than. What
Douglas, you said you're Mafia earlier today. Like 2 days ago. I don't know if
I
you heard
also
that.
literally voted Joey day 1, said Joey was Mafia day 2, and voted to kill correctly yesterday.
And Ben
Yeah,
also
that's
tried
great.
to just kill Douglas yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he tried to kill me.
He also hard defended me. That doesn't look good for me. I switched my vote from 5 to Ben because he was so scummy during his formal.
Which is also smart if it's too obvious.
That I guess he wouldn't have died without me, or he would have died even if I didn't switch my vote. But I wouldn't have known that if I was Mafia.
So, we do need to be cautious about not killing the alien. That's like the utmost priority. So
We want to kill the bomb.
That's why I think Caltrol, because
Well,
he
when you
didn't get
kill
axed
the
at all.
last,
He didn't
generally you want to
get
kill
voted at all.
Peg in general has a higher chance of being alien. He's probably not Mafia because he got axed. Douglas could be alien. I don't think he's Mafia.
I do not think 5 is the alien because the alien was on Ben.
I'm happy to
with Ben. That
claim
sounds like a
alien
bad
and never
target to
die.
me. I wouldn't do that. Rick is probably not alien because of the same logic. So I would say it's like aliens between Caltrol, Peg, and Douglas. Now,
either way, you should know you don't want to kill me.
Well, it's between, in my opinion, between Douglas and 5. I'd kill Caltrol, kill Peg, and hopefully Rick's not Mafia, even though I thought his informal was meh.
I could see
it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad formal.
From my perspective, the Mafia is Rick and potentially Douglas or Peg.
Dude, you know I'm not Mafia.
How do I know you're not Mafia?
Time's up. You can vote at anyone you wish to vote at. Get your votes to Shakespeare. And let's get this game closer to the end. I'm missing a couple. I'm missing one. Okay, that's all the votes. If you're voting at 5, not 5. If you're voting at Doug, please put your hand to the camera. How about Benji? Caltro. That's everybody on Caltro. Caltro, just unmute and tell us who you're voting for.
I'm voting for Rick.
Okay, so everybody turn off your cameras. Caltro gets a defense. Rick, you're not nominated. Yes, very good.
Okay, first off, I'd like to say that everybody pointed at me, which seems kind of weird if I were Mafia. Mainly because like the Mafia would not all be trying to kill their own member. And I do think that like people are generally trying to bandwagon on me. I am not sure why people are not suspicious of Rick and mainly Peg. Rick, I have already given my reasons for, and Peg is mainly like because he's been quiet and through process of elimination. I'm a regular townsperson. If like that wasn't obvious by what, or like it isn't obvious that I would claim that by what the state of the game is right now. Yeah, I think that we should be focusing on Rick and Peg, and I do think that I thought that Rick was slightly more suspicious than Ben Fortress, and it's very possible that they're both bad. Yeah, so the main point that I'd like to bring up in this defense is that everybody pointed at me, which means that I'm less likely to be bad, given that there are such few Mafia left. Such few towns left. So like Mafia would probably want to like try to push to not have one of their own members die. That's my defense.
Okay, you can still vote at anyone. If nobody gets nominated against Caltro, he will die. Please get your votes to Shakespeare. And then let's get this game on the road. Okay, please turn on your cameras. If you're voting at Caltro, please put your hand to the camera. Just one. If you're voting at Doug, please put your hand up. Hands up for Rick. Rick gets nominated. Hands up for Benji. Peg. 5. So that's 1 on Peg and 1 on 5.
No, it was 2 on Peg, sorry.
2 on Peg. So Peg, Rick, and Caltro is still nominated. The other 3 people should turn off their cameras. Rick and Peg, you have a defense. Caltro doesn't get another one.
I saw, I guess, what everyone else saw by changing their vote. Caltrell seems towny, I believed his VT claim. Sad that we had to get to this state of the game before I could have a town raid on you. You've been consistent with your push on me the whole game. It doesn't really make sense. I don't think if you're Mafia, I guess. So I voted to nominate Peg. He's a better kill than me because you are also, if you are Mafia, you're very likely alien because everyone voted on you. So you're like if you're bad, you're just probably not Mafia. We don't want to lynch you. Caltrell. So between that, we have Peg and who's even alive in this game? Peg, Benji's Town. So Peg, 5, and Douglas. I think it's the remaining people. Peg's like by far the scummiest out of those, so I'd kill him over me. Go back to my vote record. I guess day 1, everyone voted on Town, but I was hard against Joey on day 2. He turned out to be Mafia. I switched my vote from 5 to whoever we killed yesterday, who turned out to be Mafia. I don't think I'd do that as Town or as Mafia. Sorry, I slipped. That's really it. Like, I'm not Mafia. Let's just kill Peg. I'm not that confident in it, but you can go ahead, Peg.
Peg.
So basically, this is like a feeling out process. No, that's like super lame, whatever. I don't necessarily think that everyone being on Caltrell is necessarily a bad thing because there might only be one Mafia, and that's not super indicative of a lot of stuff. So I think between the two, I would still vote Caltrell. And my voting record's been pretty steady. I was on Ben, nominated Ben, voted for Ben, and then before that I was on Zwang. I guess I just misread Zwang and just a bunch of new players, so I just had no reads on her, and I was wrong. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you can only vote between these 3 lovely gentlemen. Please get your votes to Shakespeare. Turn on your cameras again. I think I'm missing 1. There we go. If you're voting at Caltro, please put your hand to the camera. Peg, is that on Caltro? Yes, that's better. If you're voting at Rick, please put your hand to the camera. And if you're voting at Peg, please put your hand to the camera. Okay, everybody stay muted. Alien, what's going on?
Rick gets executed. Rick was the activated alien. Alien wins.
Good job, Rick. Please turn on your cameras again and mute so we can do a post-game review.
Oh, I need a comment on.
All right. Please mute. We're gonna have everyone mute to start with, just so I can explain what everyone was, and then we can do the discussion. So let me just pull up the worksheet here. Okay. So the thief was Ben Fortress, who had the unfortunate choice between bomb and axe. He chose axe, so there was no bomb in the game. The other Mafia was Joey, who was regular Mafia. The prostitute was Peg, who got promoted early and was probably confused. Alien was Rick. The proxy was Joey, not Ben Fortress. So I hope you understand the rule there, that Joey was the proxy, but because it didn't happen at night, the announcement only comes at the end of the day. So Rick was activated that whole day, even though you were not aware of it. Caltrell was a townsperson. Zwangzug was a townsperson. Lexicat was a townsperson who was lovers with Rich, who was the hunter. Challenger was Cupid. Benji was Doctor. And you executed Rubik on day 1, and he was your police officer. 5 was also a townsperson. And yeah, I think that's everyone.
So people who didn't notice Rick change his vote, like he pushed on 5 and then voted on Ben. Like,
but Ben wasn't his proxy.
That should have been like, oh,
I pushed on 5 100% to try to get lynched that day because I knew I was activated.
I say, Rick, oh, your foreman was bad. He goes, yeah, it was bad. I should have known that he was trying to die.
He also did that. He slipped on purpose, and like he's like, Town. Oh, I mean, I slipped.
I'm so impressed that he managed to convince anyone to lynch him there, because I was like looking at him like, there's no way he convinces people he's actually scum. No way.
Well, So I threw out the fake like 3 to 5 or whatever that Ben was the proxy, because I feel like if I had never played the alien, I would have thought Ben was the proxy there, because he died and then we got announced that the alien was activated, but really it was Joey. So 5 like kind of cleared me from being the alien, and I feel like I would have cleared him the same in his point of view too.
I didn't think about that mechanic.
I feel like Rick was less likely to be Mafia than
I played 4 games. Aliens won 3. I just like.
That's weird. Actually,
That's slightly
Alien doesn't
unlucky.
actually win that
That's
often
slightly
in general.
unlucky.
Alien hasn't won 3.
Oh,
Alien's
sorry,
funny
it
thing
won
is,
2 of 4. It won 2.
I didn't really know if I could win, and on that day, I almost offered the tie to Mafia, like outed and be like, like, you want to tie,
There wasn't
guys?
even enough
There wasn't even
Mafia.
2 Mafia left.
We got fucked.
I was pretty sure that game that Thief got 2 Mafia.
Yeah.
The sorcerer is like Thief Mafia. It didn't feel like there was a lot.
Like once Caltrol after his formal, I'm like, this guy's town, and that's why I voted on Rick, because I wasn't sure on Peg, and I'm like, Caltrol's obvious town after that formal. I wasn't gonna vote on Rick originally.
I should have thought Peg could be the prostitute still.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be Bomb Alive, not prostitute though.
I wasn't. I just 50-50'd it between Rick and Peg.
Wait, does Rick auto? Wait, if we lynch Peg, does Rick auto win?
No.
No, he gets out. We choose someone to alien to what's it called?
Exile.
Don't we get 2
Exile.
guesses?
Yeah, once Peg
Exile.
died, there would be no scum left, and as a result, we go into exile phase. No knights, 2 chances. If you don't exile alien, alien.
But at that point, the nominees for Alien, there would have been so few to choose from. Probably like Rick.
Caltrol. It would have been Caltrol and Peg, or Caltrol and
Caltrol and Rick.
Rick for sure. Yeah, I mean, I
No,
think
there was a solid chance that you guys look at 5 and think,
Even you, Doug. You could be
the way
alien.
you guys were talking about it, like you can say post facto, but you guys were talking about like 5, like you're like, he can't be scum, but he could be, and so like
I actually
because you have to
I
say
actually
that because
explicitly
you
said
could.
there's no way 5 is alien. That was one of the things I said about 5.
If
I was
you
the
guys,
one that
if you
said
guys
it.
didn't think I was alien, you probably could have figured out Rick was alien. You know what I'm saying? Like you
No,
probably.
because I thought because I can think that, for example, Caltrol is alien, or because I've played with him before, and I thought he said 3 different things that I thought were bad, and I thought he did it on purpose so that people would vote at him.
I thought it was Peg actually, because Peg had a lot of reasons not to be Mafia, but he didn't really game solve all that well, or in his talking. So I thought he was the alien.
Think that the fact that the proxy had to be either Ben or Joey should probably rule Peg out for being alien there.
And
on a
also
very
been
tall
like,
thing.
He was the one that was pushing Ben to die, so as alien, he wants that to
Mitch
happen.
could have also been the proxy.
There were a ton of people who wanted Ben to die.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't understand how Peg can't be alien there. I don't understand the logic.
It makes way more sense for him to be prostitute, pushing Ben to die, trying to actually hunt. Like it looks way more like a.
Hey,
Mafia
roll
thing.
another one with
I
more
think
Mafia
that's
if I am the Mafia.
A little sketchy.
I'm really sad I got sick because I was like sick at the end of day 1 and then I fucking died.
I was sick of Rich's bullshit.
That
Hey,
too.
my mic actually works now.
You were so obvious at the start,
Yes,
Joey.
5. We didn't know when to tell you.
Here's a better question. I was sick at the end of day 1, so all the voting stuff, I came back just to barely like type in fucking Zwang's name and then like laugh. How the fuck did you guys lynch Robic? And more importantly, how did you lynch the cop?
He seems
Well,
really uncomfortable.
Lexi, I thought Zwing was obvious town the entire day, so I only had 1 vote off.
Robic, by the way, Robic, you could have just claimed because I can save you no matter what.
Yeah.
You guys just don't know how to read.
Benji, you can get roadblocked.
You're playing in a game with like majority of people that don't play with you.
The chance that I get roadblocked there is so low.
Oh, because no one knows you're the doctor at that point. Okay, sure.
Yeah, but then the prostitute would disable Robic, and then Robic won't get any more checks.
Sure, but he doesn't die there, which is like 10 times worse.
Well,
I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny.
Because him dying like that, and like my thing was, I was counting. I'm like, where the fuck is the cop? And then I realized it had to be Robic at some point. But I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
Chicken Sleep, are you playing or are you just giving us a tour of the particular nature scenery you're in?
Your mic is muted, so we can't hear you if you're talking.
Me?
No.
Did you sheep Joey too?
Chicken
Me?
Sleep, you're muted.
Yeah.
So
No,
say
I thought
hi.
Zwing was obvious town, and the other person claimed PR.
Pissed. The game was unlocked for Mafia.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't the other person Dude?
No, it was Zwing. Zwing, Robic, Rich claimed Hunter.
Yeah, with Swang.
Zwing wasn't a PR, but I thought Zwing was obvious town. I was hard defending
You're
her.
saying the quote other person claimed PR unquote.
Yeah, Rich. Rich claimed Hunter.
Oh, Rich was nominated.
Yeah, Rich, Zwing, and Robic.
Okay,
Douglas,
let's
that
try
back
to
step,
let's
yeah?
try to get the next game rolling. If you're playing, please turn on your cameras. So that's two of us gone. Who Rick? Let's get one more in. If you're free.
Do we need?
I think we do. Just so
To
we
be
can.
clear, Rick knew he was activated because the bomb shot Joey.
The hunter shot.
That is
I
correct.
should
The Hunter shot Joey.
No bomb, sorry. But yeah, so Rick would have known he was activated then, even if it wasn't said.
I
Benji,
did know that day. Yeah.
Benji, are you in the next game?
Pretty strong.
I did 100% know you were down.
You should have tried to get lynched that day. That was your
Yeah, that's why I knew you were an evil role. I just didn't know which one, and I thought you were more likely Mafia because I thought the Ben guy was the proxy. I didn't realize that was the mechanic. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have killed you. I'd have killed Peg.
Okay, so we have 12 people. So we're playing a non-tournament setup, or at least one we don't want for the tournament.
Wait, who left?
I don't know.
Chicken?
Chicken
Oh,
went
no,
to
she's still
eat.
here.
No, Peg went to eat. Peg went.
We could try and see if Zito's or not Zito, Hito's dogs are not yapping anymore. You might play.
I mean, Hito is in Twitch chat, so Hito, you wanna get in here?
Come on, Hito. I believe in you. Specifically, I believe in your dogs, but also you.
Okay, I'm assuming Aylin is just running a 12-person game right now with all the people who are currently in the Zoom. And since the Zoom link is actually getting shown on stream, like I'll have to lock. Okay, Hiro, get in here.
Team player setup, what up?
Yep, so 13 again with Hunter. And if we don't have 13, if we have 12, we just take the Hunter out.
Yeah, but I think we have 13 with Hito.
Let's put everybody to sleep and see if Hiro shows up. Like, I'll put the nice music
Well,
in.
it depends. I mean, I wonder.
Sure, Hiro flashed on screen. He's in here. Okay, roll the game.
Yes. All right, everyone, turn off your cameras. I'm sending you your roles.
Apologies
Please
in
make sure
advance.
No worries. Please make sure you're friends with Activated Alien and Shakespeare on Discord. All right. Turn off your camera, chicken sleep.
For now you can stay right here, we will play until somehow you can find a slightly different frame of mind. Right here in my arms, away from all harm, you'll be safe from all the flares, although I know you don't care. You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame